Hi guys, hi everyone. Thank you to be here again with me, with Edo, in this channel. I want to thank you for your support, for your feedback, for everything you ask me in the comments. It's a pleasure to me. Today I want to make a part 2 video, okay, of the video with LTX 2.3, where we saw how to install, how to surfing around this, workflow, simple workflow for one image, to have something more specific with, um, just prompt and first frame. Today, I want to show you something different. This workflow here useful to create something with the first and last frame video. It's powerful and I think it's very cool. And thanks to WhatDreamsCost ComfyUI nodes, um, I tried many of these first last frame workflow, and no one worked. No single one worked well. This is the only one worked for me. Worked well. Okay. So I can create a real first last frame video in local. Remember, in local with my 5060 Ti, 16 giga of RAM and 74 giga of RAM in my spec. I'm working with a Ryzen 9, so this worked for me. I hope will work for you as well. Okay. The workflow, it's quite simple, it's quite clever. Again, compliment again WhatDreamsCost, very cool workflow. And I want to show you how to work with this workflow. He made also a, a video, a YouTube video you can find in your in this tutorial if you want to follow him, the creator. I want to show you my opinion and my tests. Okay. As you can see, we have three parts of the model. The first part is the loader with everything in here. Okay. The second part is the multi-image loader created to have the control of the images. And then we have the upscale part, okay, with two stage of us upscaling if you want. I'm using just one. Okay, so the idea is to insert two images, the first and the last, create a sequencer. Okay, if I remove everything, it will remove also the images, but I want to insert again. Okay, and it will create this. We work with frames, and we saying to the model, insert the first images here. Okay, and the last frame is the second one. If I deal a -1 as here. Okay, I tell to the model this is the last frame, so work as you want. By the way, we can work with the seconds, and we want to insert the second frame when we want in terms of seconds. I'm work with frames, so I'm just leave this, and we have to deal with something different from the previous one model. As you can remember, this model here, we have just one powerful model for the checkpoint and one LoRa. Everything else is in this model here. For this workflow, we need a different loader, and for this workflow you have to update your KJ ComfyUI nodes. how to do this. Right here, and update. If you don't update these nodes here, this workflow will not work. Okay, so update everything, and then use the last checkpoint we used for LTX. Okay, I'm using the dev fp8, less powerful but very fast, and we have to download this VE here, this VE here, and this also here. You can find in your right there. You can find here, here, and here. There are different this is the workflow for LTX. Okay, this is the upscaler. Okay, and this is the VE LTX, and we are here. I'm using the LoRa I used previously in the LTX single frame, and the two text encoder, Gemma and LTX checkpoint. And this is the spatial upscaler. Okay, and here we have the value of seconds. We can say 7 whatsoever, and it's very clever because he create this node with a operation. It's very simple but clever, cool, because we don't have to make everything every time the conversion from the number of frame and the value in seconds. So it's simple but it's cool. Great job. And this is everything you need to work with this workflow. Okay, this is everything you need. Yes, I want to show you something else. I don't think so. No, it's very simple. Here we have the process latent right there with the the upscale that reduce the scale of your image, the rate of your image by half, and then we'll upscale again by 2. Okay, this is the stage 1, and this is then the stage 2. Here right there, I just change this CFG to ancestral CFGPP or Euler CFGPP. I read somewhere that it's the best for LTX, so I work with this. Okay, or you can just leave as you want. And this is the second one, Euler SCFG, as you can see, the noise for the second part, and leave everything as you see. It's very precise, the flux, so just leave it. Okay, if you want, you can create another stage of refiner with a third part, but for me it's fine just this. Okay, as you can see, another stage of upscale, and that's it. Okay, this is the decoder of course, and we can see everything right there with the tile, the temporal size, and the overlap. This is the default value for this model. You can work with this. I work with this fine, so why not use these default values? And we can see the last part of the video, the prompt. Remember, LTX, it's very sensitive to prompt injection, so try to be very precise in what you see in the scene and what you want to see in the movement. Okay, in this particular scene, a photorealistic high quality cinematic video transition, I want to see the transition. The woman begins to stand up gracefully from the stool, so I just create the perfect match with the image. As she rises, the camera performance control fluid crane up and slide up pan in movement to maintain high levels focus and adjust blah blah blah. Simultaneously, she turns her body and face the camera, blah 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 blah, and she says, "Cheers, have a nice party." The background of glowing liquor bottles and warm. So be precise. Be precise if you want a precise movement and a precise video with LTX. It's demanding. So if you create a poor prompt, the video will be poor. Okay. Just another thing, if you want, these two these two values is very important. The compression, the lower value, the detail will be more precise, crispy sometimes. So balance in your with your pleasure. I'm very good with 15-20 values. Okay. And then remember the multiply. This loader will insert the images and crop it in a right way in order to then upscale again. So in my opinion, it's very important to have a first frame with the right ratio. Okay. Divide that you can divide by 32 or 16. Okay. In my case, work well this value that is the standard for LTX, 736 and 1280 pixels. Okay, this is divided, you can divide it by 32. It's important just to have the right ratio and the right cropping ratio with LTX, and not to have something strange or messy. So this is all you need to know to perform a run with this model, and I want to show you the result. Okay, this is a result. Okay, again, as you can see, she moved the chair. Cheers, have a nice party. It's very good. It's very smooth. Okay, I made another one, but the torsion of the head, it's quite um, it's good but not so good. Okay, maybe there is another one. I think it's this. Okay, sorry, I made a mess from the last video. I made I perform a zoom in from this start video, start frame, to this last frame. This is in local, this is open source, and I take 300 seconds. 300 seconds. Okay, 5 minutes, 6 minutes with my 50 Ti. This is the value. 500 seconds. For 6 video, 6 seconds length video, or 10-second length video, I think it's impressive. Very, very impressive. I think it's quite good. You can find, I want to show you something very strange happened. This is one of with a wrong prompt. I made a mess with the prompt, and I wanted to create something very long, 10 seconds. Oh wow, what's going on? Come on. Sorry. Again. Okay. It crashed everything. I don't know why. Okay. It's strange. Maybe I asked something wrong to my GPU. I don't know why. Okay, and another one. Okay, this is good. This is okay. I don't know why. This is the 10 seconds. So she stands up, she go back, and she moves the chair, blah, blah, blah. Okay, it's not good, but it's not so bad. Okay, in terms of what are we doing with open source? Open source, guys. So I think it's an incredible way to work with AI in an open source, perspective. This is the apex of the video generation model, and I hope this workflow could help you. Thanks again, Wildminder. No, sorry, not Wildminder. Thank you also, Wildminder. Okay, what dream cost. Thank you, guy. Thank you very much. It's Jonathan Watkins. Jonathan, thank you for your uh, you know um, uh, your effort. It's powerful. It's very clean, beautiful to see and to work with. So thanks. It worked for me. I hope will work for you. And again, thank you to be here with me with Edo, and I hope this kind of video could help you in your AI journey. I work with this advanced generation models all days, and I hope my effort could help you in your journey. And I hope to see you again next video. Per oggi è tutto da Edo, quindi ciao ciao ciao.